Okay, in this video we're going to create a dialog window which will be used to confirm closing an app. Okay, so it's one of those safety features where when someone clicks on the button to close, it just confirms that they do want to actually quit the app. So you can see we've got three lots of dialogs, some with buttons, some without. So if you of course use dialog without buttons, it could be just putting a label, so dialogs can be used just to provide information as well. There's a whole series of applications for dialogs. In this case, of course, we want our button, so I'm just going to choose that top one. We could, of course, choose the dialog without buttons and create our own, but I'm just going to be lazy and do that. I'm now going to save this as dia. So I'll just go save as, try again, save as, and we'll just call this dia. And then we'll convert that into our Python file. I've already created a window, main window that we're going to close, like a little app, and then we'll get the window, the main window that I've created, to open up the dialog when we go to close. So if we go to PyCharm, so here's my window. I've actually already put in the code, converted my my .ui file, so it's now Py. So if we have a look at that, okay, and if I run that, we can see what it looks like. So it's just my little dialog, OK and cancel. Of course, we could rename those as well back in Designer. So here's my second window. I've got the code in there to open up that window, which you have covered before. So exactly the same as before. Although of course we're using QDialog, not QMainWindow, and the class is UI dialog from the dia file, so just be aware of that. The rest of it's pretty much the same as what we did to open up any other window. So what we want to do to get this working, and I'll just show you what it looks like at this stage. So run that, and you can see there's that little bit of functionality, pretty boring, but it does work. And when I click on close, my dialog does open. So if I go cancel, it doesn't do anything. If I go OK, it doesn't do anything. And if I actually close it, it doesn't do anything. So we want to make it do something now. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a variable here, which we can then test. So the response, I'm just going to call it response. You can call it something else if you like. And we just want to go self.win. So you'll notice that that's the dialog window that's popping up, and we want to make that actually do something, so it's exec with the underscore. Okay, so when that something happens, we'll go into this response, a variable, and now what we want to do, and you'll notice this is in this function as well, that if that response is accepted, so we need to go qt widgets dot qdialog dot accepted. So in other words, if the OK button is clicked, we want to get out of the application. So we need to go to qt GUI applications, and then we want to quit. Okay, and that's all we need to do. Now that should have some functionality now, so if we go into that, we'll run this file, run second, functionality still works. We close, we cancel, doesn't do anything. We close and close the window, it doesn't do anything. But if we go OK now, it actually closes the whole application. And that's it. That's how we can get dialogs to work.